It's that time of year, folks. Time to make some picks. It's been a long time. I didn't finish my weekly picks last year. Every single Wednesday I'll be doing this because I miss doing it. And now that the NFL season is one day away, I have to do it. We all have to do it. Let me know what some of your picks are in the comments below if you agree or disagree with mine. But we're just going to run down them, getting back to my good old days of just running down these videos in one take, doing it like I do, all that stuff. It feels good to get back to this. It really does. It feels good to be back to football. One more day, guys. One more day, and then 3 more days until Eagles football. And I'll be wearing all green. I'll be so pumped up. It's going to be such a fun time. I'm excited. Let's get right into this, right? Tomorrow's game, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to be watching it. The Houston Texans going to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. What is that? An NFC or AFC divisional round rematch where the Texans were up like 24-0 and then got destroyed like 51-31 after that. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I would give the Texans more benefit of the doubt if they still had DeAndre Hopkins, but they don't. Instead, they have Brandon Cooks and Randall Cobb. And I don't feel confident with that. And I feel bad for Deshaun Watson because DeAndre Hopkins is all he really had. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. NFL Super Bowl champs, reigning Super Bowl champs. They're going to pick up their first win tomorrow night, without a doubt. Moving to Sunday's games. Jets going to Buffalo. Now, Buffalo on the power rankings hasn't been given the love that they deserve. They're going to win the AFC East. In my personal opinion, it's going to be by a game or two. Patriots are definitely going to be right behind them. Cam Newton this weekend, I think, is going to shock everybody with how well he's going to perform under that Patriots team. But the Bills are going to take the dub against the Jets. That's my pick. And my pick for the AFC crown is the Buffalo Bills. Packers going to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Now, this game is kind of an issue to me because I don't like the Vikings, but the Packers have not improved offensively whatsoever. As a matter of fact, they have kind of driven a wedge between Rodgers and the rest of the team by drafting Jordan Love. Am I saying it was a bad pick? Not at all, because eventually, yes, you're going to have to move on from Aaron Rodgers, but I wasn't expecting this year to be the year where they consider doing that. And Aaron Rodgers has still got at least another 3-4 good years as long as you keep him healthy and you give him weapons. And you saw what he did last year without those weapons. He had a good running back in Aaron Jones, and then you had Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams, their names start with D's. I was getting them mixed together. But you have Devontae Adams there. That's it. You had Jimmy Graham there, but he's gone now. He's gone to, Chicago or something? So you don't have much to give to Aaron Rodgers, and they drafted a quarterback. It makes me very worrisome for Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, but I'm going to give them the win here just because I don't like the Vikings. And in spite of all you Vikings fans, I am not going to pick you at all this year, except unless you play like the Cowboys or something. That's a different statement. But Packers, I'm going to give them an edge by like 2 to 3 points, give them the dub. Eagles, Washington, I'm going to talk about this on Friday. Every single Wednesday is going to be picks. Every single Friday is going to be the Eagles breakdown. That's how it's going to be, except for the Thursday night game. We'll get there when we get there, though. Browns at the Ravens. I'm going to give the Ravens the win here. It's going to be a better game than we expect it to be. I believe the Browns are going to take a step forward instead of taking 2 steps backward with all the talent that they have. I feel like it's about time that Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham and all of those guys over there in Cleveland, they got a lot of talent, especially on that offense. They just got to put it to good use and actually consistently put out those points that they can put and just play like a team. Let's see if they can do that. But I'm going to give the Ravens the win here. Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to give this to the Colts. Jacksonville's projected to go 1-15. They went from 2017 and an AFC Championship game, near Super Bowl appearance versus the Eagles, to 1-15, projected worst in the NFL 3 years later. What happened? What happened? They still have a promising Gardner Minshew at QB, but they got nothing else. They just let go of Fournette. They got nobody on the outside. At least not anybody that I know of. They probably got some good young guys that are going to show up this year. But for wins against the Colts team that's most likely going to make the playoffs with the way the Texans have regressed and the Titans being their only other competition, Colts are going to take this dub. And Phillip Rivers is going to shine with T.Y. Hilton and the rest of that Indianapolis Colt crew. Good luck to him. Raiders at the Panthers. This is a really weird game to me. I know the Raiders are looking to, exceed expectations and do a lot better. Year 3 in the John Gruden era. I'm going to give this to the Panthers, though. I know the Panthers, people are looking at them and pushing to the side. I think Teddy Bridgewater with Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, I think that offense is going to put up points. I think they're going to do really good. And once they get into that rhythm, especially against the Raiders, whose defense I'm not too sold on. I haven't been, especially after they let go of Khalil Mack to the Bears a couple of seasons ago. I'm going to give it to the Panthers. Bears at the Lions. This one's interesting because of everything that's been going down between Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles. I'm going to give this one to the Lions as long as Matt Stafford can stay healthy. I mean, you saw last year they started out 2-0-1, beating my Philadelphia Eagles at home as well. They have potential. They can do it, especially with the wide receivers they got. They got Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones. They got some really good running backs too. Matthew Stafford just has to stay healthy. That defense is a bit of an issue, yes, but I think against a Bears team that is really starting to struggle under Mitchell Trubisky in a do-or-die situation for Mitchell Trubisky with Foles eating up $21 million each year behind him, yeah, I'm going to give it to the Lions. The Bears are a mess right now. Seahawks going to the Falcons. I'm going to give this to the Seahawks. It's going to be a really good game for sure. I think the Falcons are going to put up points. The whole NFC South is going to be very interesting because every single team has a decent offense, to say the least. I mean, the Panthers are a little meh, but everybody else has somewhat of a good offense. But I got to give this to Seattle. I got to give it to Russell Wilson. I got to give it to DK Metcalf. I got to give it to all those guys over there in Seattle. They got my respect despite what happened with Jadeveon Clowney and Carson Wentz. Whatever your opinion is on that helmet-to-helmet hit, I did not like it. That's the end of the discussion. Even if that wasn't the Eagles getting hit, even if that wasn't Carson Wentz, say that was Dak Prescott or any other quarterback, I wouldn't have been happy with that play whatsoever. Moving on, though. Seahawks are going to get that win. Back on track. Dolphins at the Patriots. Patriots are going to get this win, though I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins upset them once again. They did last year with Tom Brady, and I mean, the Dolphins aren't getting that much credit. They've done a lot of moves to fix that defense. They have Tua now, though I don't know if he's starting. I really haven't kept up on whether or not it's going to be Ryan Fitzpatrick or not, but I'm going to give it to Cam Newton. I think he's going to, like I said earlier, surprise a lot of people, and the Patriots are going to surprise a lot of people because I believe the Patriots are going to make the playoffs. They're going to make that final wild card spot, but I don't expect them to do amazing. Their defense is going to carry them until Cam Newton and that offense can really find their footing. So it's going to take a while, but I think in that Dolphins game, they'll be able to put up enough to beat them. And hopefully all goes well with Cam Newton. I'm rooting for Cam Newton. That's the only thing about the Patriots that I'm rooting about is Cam Newton because he got pushed aside in Carolina like he was nothing when he led that team to a Super Bowl not even 5 years ago. So moving on, though. Chargers at the Bengals. I'm going to give this one to the Chargers. That's Joe Burrow, his first game, especially in Cincinnati, at home. I mean, it'll be fun to see. It'll be fun to see how he does. But I'm going to give it to the Chargers. I think Tyrod Taylor and that Chargers offense, they're going to struggle a little bit, but I think that they'll be able to pull it off. Cardinals going to San Francisco to play the 49ers, the NFC reigning champs. I'm going to give this to the 49ers. It's going to be a really good game, though. Really good divisional game. That West, I talked about the South, but that West is going to be very packed now that DeAndre Hopkins is over there in Arizona. I don't think that they're going to be, playoff caliber like the rest of the division, where the rest of the division is at least going to get 9 and up. The Cardinals, to me, are like a 6 to 8 win team, but they're definitely on the upside. They're definitely going in the right direction. We'll see what happens with them. It's going to be a good game, though. I think the 49ers will have the edge. Buccaneers at the Saints. Now, this one is going to be a freaking fantastic fun one to watch. I'm going to go with the Buccaneers because I despise the Saints and their fans. Good luck to Malcolm Jenkins, though, the only guy that I really, truly, honestly like on that team. I really don't care about anybody else on the Saints team. Drew Brees, to me, he's a good quarterback, but nowadays, especially in the playoff game, the last 2 playoff games that he's lost, he has not looked good. The Rams and then the Vikings has not looked good whatsoever. And then in the regular season last year, he got hurt. You saw him making a lot of interceptions, a lot of throws that you would never see him make. I'm just fearing that he might not be as good as he once was. I wanted to prove me wrong, and prove me wrong by beating Tom Brady and the newly revamped Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see it. But I'm going to go with Tampa Bay because, honest to God, I think the Buccaneers are going to be better than we all expect. Not like Super Bowl, not whatever everyone else is saying. I'm just saying that they're going to show up and show everybody that within a year left on Brady's 2-year deal, they could definitely make a run. I feel like that's what this whole year is all about. And beating the Saints on opening day in New Orleans, yes, there won't be fans. At least I don't really know. There most likely isn't going to be fans. That's a big way to make a statement, in my opinion. Anyways, Buccaneers going to get that win. Next game, the Cowboys at the Rams. Sunday Night Football. Rams opening up in their brand new stadium. Sunday Night Football. Cowboys have to travel with the new coach and everything. I know it's Mike McCarthy, and I know that team, CeeDee Lamb, everything. I know what the offense is going to be able to do. But that defense has me questionable because of certain people that they lost, like Byron Jones and Robert Quinn, some of the best at those positions alone. And you saw the defense last year, the past couple of years, the Cowboys haven't had that great of a defense. They do have a good pass rush with DeMarcus Lawrence, and they have some really good linebackers too, but I don't think that warrants me saying that they can, really win. I predict that they're going to make the wild card, especially with, the extra team being added into the wild card. I do believe that they are good enough to do that, but for week 1 on the road going to the Rams, I think the Rams have more to prove than the Cowboys do because this is Sean McVay's, fourth year. And he's coming off of a year where he was, before the year started last year, NFC champion. He was in the Super Bowl. Kind of laid an egg, but he was there. And then last year, he laid an even bigger egg, didn't even make the playoffs. So I look at the Rams and I say, now, especially with Jalen Ramsey getting that huge contract that he got, I look at them and say they have more to prove, and I think that they're going to prove it. I think it's going to be a very close game, not high scoring. I think most of these games are going to be low scoring because of the way the COVID-19 pandemic has kind of shifted everything. Hasn't really been a full training camp. There hasn't been any preseason. Outside of scrimmages, you don't really have any live action football experience, preseason or not, joint practices or not. That's a big loss. And I look at the Cowboys having to go on the road, new coach, new system, everything that's going on with contracts, Dak Prescott not getting his. I mean, there's a lot in the air for the Cowboys moving forward. But I think the Rams have more to prove, especially when it comes to making a postseason run compared to the Cowboys. I'm going to give it to the Rams. I think they're going to come out and really show up compared to the Cowboys, who have to travel and are going through a lot of different changes compared to the Rams. I think the Rams have an upside, not just for being at home, but for being under the same coach, having the same QB, same system, all that stuff. And that's my pick there. Moving forward, Steelers at the Giants, Monday Night Football, game 1 of 2. I'm going to give it to the Steelers. Steelers are projected to be like a top 10 team. I know Ben Roethlisberger is coming back, but slow down with them, okay? I expect them to contend, but I don't think they're going to be able to contend that well against the Ravens. At least they'll be able to put up a fight, but I don't think that they're going to do that great. I don't know. They're still questionable to me. They really are. I will give Mike Tomlin credit, though, because last year he pulled off something crazy, which, I mean, he almost made the playoffs without Big Ben. So I guess I understand where that's coming from, why they're looked at to be so good. But let's see it. I want to see it to believe it. That's my thing. And finally, the Titans at the Broncos. Broncos look pretty good. They got Melvin Gordon, Jerry Jeudy, Drew Lock is their new guy, and he's looking pretty good so far. I got to give this to the Titans, man. The Titans, I feel like riding that high off of getting to the championship game, putting up a fight for the first half of it against a really good team in the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Titans are going to do really well this year. I think they're going to take the AFC South by storm. I think they're going to start it off with a very clean win against the Broncos. Let me know what your picks are. Let me know if you agree with mine or if you disagree with anything in the comments down below. Subscribe for more football stuff. We're going to be talking about the Eagles in a couple of days, and then we're going to be reacting to the Eagles as well. It's going to be so much fun. I know you guys are just as excited as I am. So thank you all for sticking through this video. Let me know what your picks are, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you Friday with an Eagles versus Washington football team preview video. Fly, Eagles, fly. Stay safe. Peace out, y'all.